You cannot see the path, but you can follow someone who is on that path. That is probably why the Prophet has asked us to pray for this 17 times in a day. We ask Allah to keep us on the path of those who are special for Allah, those upon whom He has bestowed His favors. Their path is the straight path, we say. We say this and ask for this in every salah, every cycle of every obligatory prayer, 17 times in a day. O Lord, keep us on the straight path, the path of those upon whom you have bestowed your favors, not the path of those who have incurred your displeasure, nor of those who have gone astray. You can follow Iblees, or you can choose to follow the guided ones who are on the straight path to Allah. The person whom you follow is your Imam. Following the guided ones, or the Imams, is one of the most important concepts taught by the last and final Prophet of Islam. It is so important that the Prophet has emphasized it in his hadith that is accepted to be true by all Muslim schools of thought. This hadith of the Prophet is so clear and so powerful in its support of a concept that is sadly ignored by his ummah. We risk our entire faith by ignoring this important hadith of the Prophet. May peace and blessings of Allah be upon him and his pure progeny. What is that important hadith? That hadith is quoted in Musnad Ahmed bin Hanbal and other books of hadith. Whosoever dies without recognizing the Imam of his time dies the death of the Jahiliyyah. What this universally accepted hadith clearly says is that every age has an Imam, and if you don't know or recognize the Imam of your age, then you die the death of the days of the Jahiliyyah. What is the death of the days of the Jahiliyyah? Jahiliyyah is the era before the Prophet, an era of paganism and disbelief. If we don't recognize the Imam of our age, we will die the death of that era, the death of a disbeliever. Yes, the death of a disbeliever. Our entire faith and future depends on knowing and recognizing the Imam. So, who is the Imam of our age, your age, my age? Whom should we follow? To follow a person, the person needs to share the same time as you. We can follow the teachings of a guide from the past, but we can't follow the guide. The Imam of your age naturally shares the same time as you and lives in your age. That is why he is called the Imam of your age after all. In each age, Iblees takes the fight to the Imam. In the time of Adam, he fought Adam. In the time of Ibrahim, it was he the Iblees fought, as Ibrahim was both prophet and Imam. Even today, we stone the shaitan at Mina as part of the Hajj rituals. Iblees plots against the Imam, and in so doing, he plots against you. There is a constant struggle between the Imam who wants to guide you along the path to paradise and Iblees, who uses his skills to trick and deceive until you are unwilling or unable to follow the Imam. Iblees wants you to find yourself confined for eternity within the blazing fires of hell. The first target of Iblees is to draw you away from the Imam. It comes as no surprise that only a mere 72 stood with Imam Hussein, Imam of his time, while the majority of the Muslim Ummah stood with the ruler of the time, Yazid the Accursed. This teaches us that the Imam of our time is not necessarily the ruler of our time. The weapon of the Imam is truth, to show the mirages and deceptions of Iblees for what they truly are. He clears the storms of deception, allowing us once more to find the path, and strives for harmony in the home and in society at large. He works at a macro and micro level, uniting mankind where Iblees tries to tear us apart. Who can we look to now to guide us through the falsehoods? We must know him in order to follow him. The Prophet gave us details to help identify the Imams. The Prophet said, "Islam shall neither pass away nor be deviated while there are my 12 successors from my nation in it. All of them will be from Quraysh. When the last of them passes away, the hour will be established, and the earth will be destroyed with all its inhabitants." This is a hadith that all schools of thought accept as being authentic and reliable. In other hadith, he has even named the 12 successors, and yet, in other hadith, he has named only a couple of successors, like this hadith, where the Prophet says, "I am the chief of the prophets, and Ali is the chief of successors, and after me my successors shall be 12, the first of them being Ali, and the last of them being al-Mahdi." Imam Ali has said, "Every year has the night of power, the Laylatul Qadr, and in this night the affairs of the entire year are sent down. These affairs are handed to the one possessing authority after the Holy Prophet." Ibn Abbas questioned, "Who are these?" Imam Ali answered, "I and 11 Imams from my progeny." All Muslims agree that from the time after the Prophet until the day of the raising, there will be 12 Imams. This is promised by the truthful Prophet of Allah, Prophet Muhammad. May peace and blessings of Allah be upon him and his pure progeny. We live in a time more than 1400 years after the Prophet, and as 11 of the 12 successors named by the Prophet have passed, and we know that we cannot be living in an age without an Imam, one truth is clear. We are now in the age of the 12th and final Imam, and after him will come the Qiyamah, the end of the world. We are in the time that the Prophet himself held up as special, the time of the final Imam, the Mahdi. We are lucky to be alive at such a time and to have a special guide to lead us along the path to truth. The long-awaited 12th Imam, Imam Mahdi.